All right, title of this video is exposing the dark side of OF. What could the dark side of OF be? Working hard, a lot of videos. That's really it. Maybe there's something else that I don't know about.
And today I'm gonna do
the shaming. That might get you. The shaming might get you.
something that I normally don't do, which is opening up, and I'm here to tell you guys the truth. The dark.
She looks weird. Something's off with this one. She look like her nose is fucking weird. Her cheekbones is like, this side is like fucking bluffy, puffy. Yeah. Okay, I hope you're alright. I hope you're good.
Dark side about OnlyFans. Expose the industry, because I feel like we need help. The reason why I wanted to do this video is because I see a lot of young girls joining the platform like every single day, and I feel like the media has glamorized it like so much, and I keep seeing these these headlines are about, oh, OnlyFans girls sleeps with 100 men in 24 hours.
You just trying to stop your competition. Stop it. Stop it. It's a new girl that's turned 18 every single day. You trying to stop your competition. Stop. You not slick. You not slick.
OnlyFans girl fucks 1,000 men in 12 hours, which, first of all, how is that possible? But anyways, I don't know. It just broke my heart. The clip, like the documentary that I saw of the girl who fucked 100 men, that her mom was there encouraging that behavior, and she was...
Why would that break your heart? That's her choice. She's an adult and she made that choice. Even if she cried afterwards, even if she regretted afterwards, etc., she made that choice. She filmed that choice. She even promoted it. Hey, I'm about to do this action. Hey, come watch me. I'm about to do this action. Yeah. And then had a whole publicity thing shit afterwards of, oh, I'm sad I did that. And, blah, blah. And then she said she was about to do 1,000 or some shit. Come on, bruh. Why would you feel sorry for someone that does an action and then does another action that's like 10 times worse than the first action? That don't make sense.
Literally crying and
lack of accountability.
And I feel like people don't really talk about what the industry does to your mind, and also the people that...
Let me rant right now, bro. Women just lack accountability. This just blew me just now. Instead of saying, hey, like, she should be accountable for her actions, she made that action, she did that action, so we gotta suffer the consequences of that. Instead of saying that or having that type of energy, I feel sorry for her. I feel bad that she did that, and her mom was encouraging her. What? She made that choice. What the fuck? And I quote me if I'm fucking correct me if I'm wrong, but she did like 1,000, like sometime later. So she did an action, which was the 100, and then she cried about it, made a documentary about it, etc., and then plans on or already did 1,000, which is like 10 times worse. Man, have some accountability. Women don't even hold other women accountable, bro.
Her making money off the OnlyFans girls. How I got into the industry was whenever I was 16, 17, I was going through a lot.
Nasty work.
My family was a broken household, and my family was a low-income broken household, and my parents were alcoholics. Most importantly, I just got in a car accident, and we didn't have insurance, and it caused my parents a lot of debt. And
damn, I'm just not realizing she is thicker than a snicker. Bruh. God.
And my mom, she was dealing with cancer, and money was just like a constant like struggle, like growing up. As I got older, obviously I started realizing that more, and I unfortunately came across with this couple, and we were all friends. I thought we were all just hanging out, but I didn't really realize what they were doing at the time. They would just keep telling me, like, oh, don't worry, we're gonna help you fix all your problems. We're gonna help you. You need a car, we're gonna get you a car. You need help with your with your mom's medical bills, we're gonna cover them. Don't worry, you can trust us. And there was drugs involved, partying involved, and I don't know, I'm just telling you, they literally convinced me that we were all soulmates, and I thought they were a blessing from God. I was like, oh my gosh, they're answering all my problems. And I didn't really have any role models, and they seemed well off. I just thought I could trust them. I was naive. My brain wasn't developed yet. And it wasn't until like my...
Just lack of accountability. All I keep hearing is lack of accountability, lack of accountability, lack of accountability. My brain wasn't developed. Bitch, your brain is already developed. I don't understand that argument. The argument is so dumb. Number one, it's just the prefrontal cortex. That's number one. Number two, you don't know the difference of 20 to 25, 20 to 22, etc. Right? That's number two. So it could be 5% difference. It could be 1% difference. So how could this is blowing me. Number three, women actually develop faster than men do. So women at a younger age are going to be more developed than men at a younger age. So for her to have this just a lack of accountability instead of saying, hey, I made some bad choices. I might have been young. I might have been dumb. I was naive. I didn't have experience. That's all fine and dandy. But I still made bad choices. I learned from it. This is the lessons that I'm going to teach a person that's 10 years younger than me or a person that was the same age as me when I was going through those same things. I can respect that 100%. But the way she's framing it, it's like it wasn't my fault. I didn't do nothing. I have no accountability for none of the actions that I made, etc. And she didn't even hold the other woman accountable as well. I'm noticing a pattern here.
18th birthday, we kind of like got a little bit too intoxicated, and camera pulls out. Then suddenly they were like, "Oh, you should sign this contract." Like, it just like one thing led to the other.
Now that should be illegal, because if you're drunk and you sign a contract, yeah, the contract should be null and void right there. That's point blank period. I think in the United States, 18 you can't even drink, so that should be illegal too. Matter of fact, that's two illegals in one. They supplied you alcohol. That's another one. What's I don't know the name. Supplying a minor with not a minor because she's 18. Fuck. I don't know. Supplying a underage person with alcohol. Like they like racking up charges right now.
And I guess I didn't even have that much time to really like think about, and also I didn't really think about what the implications of me even doing any of this. Like, I just thought money would solve all my problems, and they seemed like they could offer that. I was able to meet my boyfriend, my partner, and he kind of like helped me realize like, oh shit, like these aren't good people. But even after I left that situation, I still had all these videos out there on the internet of me. Nobody ever talks about this, but the real dark side of this industry, honestly, is these so-called talent agencies, pimps. If you don't know what that means, it means internet pimps, okay?
Okay, the dark side of it is the internet pimps. Okay, well, explain to me how. Okay, I just want to hear how. Are they beating you over the head with it? Are they just talking to you, trying to recruit you? If they just talking to you, trying to recruit you, I don't think that's bad. I don't think that's evil, etc. And now, if you're underage, yes, 1,000%. But if you're over 18, you an adult, etc. Nah, I don't see how that would be bad. It would be just like any other agency trying to recruit you.
Agencies be recruiting girls when they're fucking 17.
See, that's wrong. There we go. All right. See, this is what I like. I like when people just hold it down, give direct facts, objective truths, and let us decide to be like, all right, yeah, that was fucked up. All right, cool. All right.
A lot of these girls don't
You should say their names though. I'm a firm believer if people are doing things that are like bad, then you should definitely say their name. The fuck? If it's an objective truth, it's not something subjective, it's not something that you can be, sued over, then say their fucking name.
Even get to keep most of the money. It's the agency. A lot of these girls are scared to talk about it because they think the agency is just gonna bot their accounts down again, and they don't want to be able to jeopardize that rent for the month. They'd rather just stay silent. They hide under the term agency manager, and OF creator suddenly gets her first viral video on, let's say, TikTok. They go viral, they're so happy, and now they're getting hundreds of DMs of different people that try to recruit them to an agency. This is a whole industry. There's even middlemen. A lot of like the top male influencers are actually also recruiters for these internet pimps. You don't listen to them, maybe you don't want to join, you're like, oh, what does that mean, or whatever. Then your TikTok goes down, and now you're sad. And in one of the DMs, you suddenly get hit with, hey, I saw your TikTok's down. I can help you recover it. Of course, you're gonna respond to that. You're like, oh, please, like, I would love my TikTok back. I just worked so hard on growing it. Then maybe you get your TikTok back and they haven't told you the catch yet. But then now that you're happy with them, they hit you with, oh, it would be such a shame if your TikTok went away again. Hear me out. My agency that I represent can help you. These agencies try to corner you, and I've had situations where there was this one agency.
What the fuck does that mean? You gotta explain what that means when you say things like that. They try to corner you. They was being predatory, etc. Okay, for this one, it sounds like to me, number one, it does sound like it's some nefarious shit that's going on, which is they have what I think she said bots that's reporting you, etc. Yeah, that's fucked up. But also, you need to understand the game of being protected versus your solo dolo out there. And I guess that's what the angle of most of these agencies are trying to do. Hey, if you come with us, we're going to protect you. We're going to make sure that you're good out here in these streets. And sort of just like the pimp analogy that she was given earlier. Okay, cool. But give me some objective things that they're doing bad when it comes to them alone doing bad. Like the mass reporting, yes, I would consider that bad. But give me something other than that.
See a lot of the big creators. This man that ran it was obsessed with me. He like sent so many people after me. These people would come in my life, pretend to be my friends, and then they would tell me later on, like, yeah, he sent me your profile and said I want her. That's fucking creepy. First of all, I don't want her.
That's not creepy. The fuck? I don't see, this is, maybe I just think differently, bro, because I wouldn't find that to be creepy. I find that to be a little bit what's the word? I don't even know the word. I wouldn't find that to be creepy. I guess for most women's perspective, it might come off as creepy, so I will grant that. But from a perspective of you are trying your best in any and every avenue you can to achieve a certain goal that you have, I can't find that creepy. Now, if he himself was like stalking her or some other niggas got her stalking her and shit, yeah, it might be creepy then. But man, never mind. I ain't even gonna say what I was about to say, cause boy, I ain't finna oust nobody.
By him. These agencies will try to corner you, force you to join, and you almost feel obligated, like you have to join, like you have to pick one of the main agencies in order for you to even be in the system and survive in the ecosystem. Some people, unfortunately, they can grow pretty low key without like attracting any of these like predatory people. Most people, they're locked in a contract, and it's
didn't I say she was gonna use that word? I swear I said this earlier that she was gonna use that word. She's gonna use all the buzzwords. Predatory. Oh yeah, they were predatory. Oh yeah, they took advantage. I don't know if she said this word already, but she's probably gonna use that. Oh, I was naive. Oh, I was dumb. They took advantage. Blah blah blah. She's gonna use that language to try to paint herself as the victim. Excuse me. And after a certain age, you are not a victim no more. You're just making bad choices.
It's really sad to see that a lot of these girls get trapped in these contracts. Literally, like some of these contracts are crazy. Most of these agencies are genuinely really.
I hate that I keep pausing the video, but how can you be trapped in a contract? Right? This is why you should be reading the contract. This is why you should be understanding the contract. Now you don't need a lawyer. You don't need a parent. You don't need a mom, dad, guardian. You just need ChatGPT. You grab that fucking contract, you fucking copy it, paste it into ChatGPT and say, "Hey, ChatGPT, can you explain this to me in layman's terms as like I'm a fifth grader? Anything that I need to look out for? Blah 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 blah." Right? Boom, press enter, and it's gonna tell you fucking all the things that you probably need to look out for. Any sneaky things in there that I might need to look out for because I'm the content creator, etc. You don't need a lawyer no more and none of that. You just need ChatGPT. So I can't give them no passes, bro, except for the 17 thing and except for the mass reporting thing. Those are the two things I can get passes for. I'm sorry, those are the two things I can't give passes to. So yeah, that's fucked up. Other than that, I'm holding fire to the flame on their ass.
really shitty people. When you look up the owner of it, most of the time they have a fucking crazy record, done time. They just saw like an opportunity in order to be able to like make money off this industry, and most of the time they don't provide no value. This whole agency thing, I could talk mad shit about for hours because a lot of them are very verbally, like I've seen it get verbally and physically abusive where other girls, and it's real life pimps, even though they live on the internet. No one ever holds them accountable for any of these actions, no matter how much.
That's funny.
Oh! 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 Oh!
That's hilarious.
Proof you get. Take advantage of girls who just turned 18 and don't know any better. I just want you guys to know that these are scum of the earth people. They've been harassing me for years, and like at this point, I don't give a fuck. I might just like start saying some names, but I don't want to get sued either. I gotta get like, I don't know, what are the legal, I don't know. See, they just give you fear, bro. Like, I don't even know. My life is already fucked. This is
Okay, and I'm one who understands that it's probably things that we just don't know about. Like, what is actually behind the scenes of Atlantic Records? What is behind the scenes of Universal Records? What is behind the scenes of Sony Records? What's behind the scenes of Google? What's behind the scenes of any massive corporation? Are they doing underhanded shit? Are they trying to create a monopoly? Are they destroying businesses that could compete with them? Are they doing this? Are they doing that? It's going to be the same shit. Just at a smaller scale when it comes to this OnlyFans shit. They're probably going to monopolize or try to monopolize. They're probably going to try to kill off all their fucking competitors. And I don't mean that literally like, unaliving people. But I mean like, as best as they can. They're going to try to keep their assets under them. Yes. Like all of these things are just, to me, they're like common sense. Now, the way in which they do so, that maybe needs to come into question. But I can 100% see it objectively. They're going to try to protect their assets. They're going to try to keep the most valuable people under them as possible, monopolize the industry, and fight off all their competition. This is just business 101.
is out there. 18 years old, I feel like it's definitely way too young to even like understand.
Bruh, you are an adult at 18. You can sign up for the military and die for your country at 18. Literally. And you mean to tell me, and you can vote for whoever you want in office and affect every other person around you. But yet you can't decide for yourself what you should be doing. That doesn't make sense. If this logic continues, you could put this logic to anything. Oh, that means you shouldn't be able to sign up for the military if that's what your point is or purpose is. Hey, I really want to sign up for the military. I'm 18. No, you're too young. No, you can't. Even though that's the career path that you want to choose, you can't sign up for that. Matter of fact, you can't sign up for college either because there's contracts for loans that can happen. So you can't even go to college. Your mom would have to, make you go to college, or your dad would have to make you go to college, etc. They would have to pick your major too. You can't pick your major because you can't consent to anything. You can't have any relationships because, you can't consent to anything. Yeah, you can't drive a car because you don't know the decisions. You couldn't make decisions, so you can't drive a car either. You can't buy a car either because you can't consent to contracts. This shit just doesn't make sense, bro. You're an adult at 18. Point blank, period.
What any of this means, I feel like it should be older. Like, my brain was definitely not developed. I didn't even give my life much of a chance before I was like, let me just jump into this industry, and I did not understand the implications of what I was signing up for. But
this is one thing I hate, and I don't use that word often. I really don't use the word hate often. But this is what I hate about the bitches that lack accountability. They will put it on the whole society, the accountability on society versus on themselves, in saying, hey, I made bad decisions. I was given the options to make bad decisions, and I made bad decisions. I should have made better decisions. I should have known better, etc. Versus saying, oh, society, hey, No one my age should have made or should be capable of making those decisions. Everyone my age is too young, too dumb to make those decisions. I was too young, dumb. Everyone else is too young and dumb. Oh, so everyone else shouldn't have rights too. You were too young at that age. That's what you're saying. That's her argument, bro. That doesn't make sense. You just lack accountability, bitch. That's all it is to it. And I hate that type of shit, bro. I hate this type of shit. I ain't even gonna cap to y'all. I hate this type of shit.
Girls in the industry, they have similar stories, like, and some of them is even their significant other that pushes them to do that. Like, oh look, babe, this girl's making so much money. This girl's making so much money. This industry is also just like a slippery slope in the sense that you might start out with boundaries, but in every single step of the way, there's gonna be people try to push them because A, they want to make more money off of you, or B, someone just gives you an offer that you can't say no to, and you're like, oh, just do this once, and then that one time becomes the normal, and you just keep pushing it. Unfortunately, that's what probably happened with the girl.
See, I don't like this argument either because it's kind of the same thing at a regular job. When you get hired to a regular job, in the contract you have certain duties that you have to do, etc. And outside of that, sometimes they're going to tell you to do other things that's outside of the duties that's inside your contract. So when they tell you those things, guess what? They tend to be more productive, etc. When it comes to workplace, they're probably going to raise you up if you are that good, right? And if they like you, I want to be clear. It's not just you that good. They got to like you too, obviously. So it's just the same thing as any other job. They're going to tell you to do things outside of your contract. They're going to try to push those boundaries as much as possible. And sometimes they're going to try to take advantage of you. You might be a server, right? And then sometimes they might tell you to go wash dishes or some shit. Who knows? They're going to try to tell you to do duties that's outside of your normal boundaries that you had for your contract. It's the same thing as most other jobs. Now it's up to you as the person, as the individual, to put your foot down and say, "Hey, I'm not doing nothing outside my contract." And you gotta be cool with the ramifications of that because sometimes they might just fire you, and they might just be like, "I want a team player," and you gotta just be like, "All right, cool. It is what it is," and you gotta be willing to walk away. I think most of the time, these women are not willing to walk away. They are not willing to understand, hey, I myself have a social media account. I myself have a lot of attention, a lot of followers. I could do this myself or find someone else to do it just as good as this other person and have better management, right? So I think that's what it ultimately is. Nothing else, to be honest.
Who slept with 100 men. It's hard to feel like that was empowering. Every single OnlyFans girls I've met, they all have like similar stories like this, or they also come from a household that didn't have much money. They also come from troubled backgrounds.
No father in the household too.
This industry is like a slippery slope. Like, it might start off as one thing, but as soon as you know it, you're doing things that you never imagined before for money.
Also, you got to understand this industry is cutthroat. The older you get, the less people gonna give a fuck. That's just the bottom line. So the older you get, the more outrageous things you're going to have to do, and that's in all of entertainment. Not just the OF industry, not just the sex industry, etc. It's all of entertainment. All of entertainment is, hey, I'm going to do crazier things. I have to do crazier things to get more attention as time goes on and as the person ages themselves and new people come along.
More often or not, the girl tends to lose touch with reality and they just become addicted to the cash. I know this might sound fucked up, but most girls in the industry, regardless how much money they make, they're either A, on a lot of drugs, or B, their mental health is like severely declining. It's really concerning to me because I see them online. They look so happy. They're like, oh, look at me, you know, like, oh, look at me in my mansion, look at me in my private jet. But then in reality, they're fucked up, they're lost. Nobody ever really talks about or give them any resources on how to cope with all of it, even empower them, because a lot of these girls, they tell me like, oh, I can't wait till the day I can quit. I can't wait till the day I can quit. This industry makes you feel trapped. At the time, I felt my digital footprints already everywhere. I might as well.
But it's the same everywhere. I don't know her name, lady. It's the same everywhere. Most other industries make you feel trapped too. Like point blank period. If you were probably a salesman your whole life, you probably feel trapped to be a salesman. If you were a fisher your whole life, you're probably trapped to be a fisher your whole life. It's the same everywhere you go. I don't like that argument either.
Commit and see how far I can take it. Like, I'm fucked. Most of these girls are struggling with it, and also their self-esteem is linked to either A, how much money they're making on there,
How
or
much
B,
attention they getting.
to validation. I
Yes.
just feel like there's so much stigma, and I feel like people are harsher to OnlyFans girls than they are to other people. Like, for example, drug addicts. Like, when somebody's struggling with drugs, you don't tell them, oh, well, this is the decision you chose. Fuck you.
I do. You talking to the wrong one, baby. Unless someone put a gun to your head and made you take those drugs, I didn't even drink till 3 years ago, bro. I didn't even drink till 3 years ago. I didn't even touch marijuana till 2 years ago. So for me, I know how to say no. Since I was young, fucking 16, 17, 18, all my friends drinking, all my friends turning up, all my friends doing drugs, all my friends fucking bitches, and I'm like, nope, I'm gonna do still school. Nope, I'm gonna do track. Nope, I'm gonna study. Nope, I'm gonna run. And I said no at that age. So you can too. Bottom line, at 18, you're an adult. Bottom line. Yes, is it hard to say no to peer pressure? 1000%. When your friends are, you feel like your friends are kind of like moving away from you because they engaging in activities that you don't do yourself. Yes, that's gonna put some pressure on you. Yes, you're gonna feel a little lonely sometimes. But I think what it is y'all scared to be by yourselves. Y'all scared to for what other people think of you. Y'all scared of what other people want from you and saying, hey, I don't want this. If they your real friends, they're gonna be like, okay, cool, yeah, all right. I'll let you know when we want to play basketball. I'll let you know when we go to the movies. And they'll stop letting you know when they go for fucking weed breaks or smoke breaks or drinking and partying, etc. So, man, I got no excuses for that either, bro. None whatsoever.
No, you get them help. You take them to rehab. I just feel like I see.
But hold on, you can do both. I don't know why you making it that you only doing one. You can do both. You can say, hey, I know a great therapist. Oh, hey, I know a great place that you can go to that another friend of mine went to and they got clean from that place. But it still was your choice. It still at the end of the day was your choice. And I gotta be honest. Let me talk my shit real quick. I think that's most empowering for humans in general to understand that they themselves have the option and choice in which how their life dictates in this reality that we live in. If you were to tell a person, hey, you don't have a choice, everything just happened to you, blah, 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 this and blah, blah, how could you change things? How could you empower someone to want to change or be better or have this accountability for themselves to be like, all right, I'm going to choose different. I'm going to make different choices. I'm not going to hang around this environment. I'm not going to do that. You have to tell them, hey, most of this shit was your fault. All the choices you made, your fault. All the drugs you did, your fault. All the bitches you fucked, your fault. All the niggas you fucked, your fault. All of this shit that you did was your fault. You gotta hold accountability. So you yourself need to change, not the environment in which you live in, unless you want that environment to change too. Excuse me. But you yourself have to change. Period.
These models just getting treated like so poorly where they don't even feel like they can reach out for help. Only 300 creators on the platform make over $1 million a year. There's 3 million active creators right now. The average income on there is $200. It makes me really sad to see.
Why does that matter when it comes to the first thing that she said? The second part, okay, that was great information, but the way that she framed it was makes over $1 million. Who cares? It should be who makes over what's a really doable, livable wage. I would say 89. Anything over 76 is a nice livable wage. $76,000 a year is a nice livable wage. So you should have gave me that stat. Give me that stat of how many people make over $76,000 a year, and all they gotta do is take fucking photos, videos, etc. Give me that stat.
These girls get sold on a dream. And I know you're seeing these crazy headlines. This girl made millions. Da, 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 da. yeah. The reality is that most of these numbers are exaggerated for marketing purposes. Social media definitely glamorizes it and make it look so easy. This industry is full of lies. The agencies are lying to people. They're just trying to sell all these girls into joining so they can exploit them. The saddest thing about all of this is that literally
I forgot about the word exploit. I forgot about that word and she used it. Pulled it out her ass. That's crazy. You can't exploit someone that signed up for something that they themselves agreed to. What the fuck are you talking about?
statistically speaking, there's more people signing up to be.
Hey, fucking orange can bottle. I'm gonna. The contract is this. I'm gonna drink you. But pause. Hold on. Pause. Just change this whole. Let me just change the whole scenario. This right here is a person. Hey, person, you're gonna come to my house and you're gonna fucking pick the grass one by one at my fucking place. All right? You're gonna pick the grass one by one now. Every single day. I don't care if it's raining. I don't care if it's snowing. I don't care if it's fucking hot outside. You are going to pick the grass one by one, 8 hours straight. You are not going to have no breaks. You're going to do what it's got to do. Point blank, period. All right, you ready? You down? All right, I'm down. Oh, you said I'm going to make $100,000 or I have the potential to make $10,000 a month? Okay, cool. Oh, I'm going to definitely make this amount of money. Okay, cool. Once you sign that contract, it's not exploitation. You can't be. Because literally everything in the contract is everything in the contract. Now, if they doing things outside of the contract and making you do other things, maybe that could be exploitation. But then that would, again, fall back on you to say, hey, that's not in my contract. I'm not doing that. No, I didn't agree upon doing this. I'm not doing that. That's dead as hell. That's all you got to say. That's not in my contract. I'm not doing that. We didn't agree upon those terms. I'm not doing that. They say no to all the other niggas. They say no to hella niggas and all the people that's in their DMs, but you can't say no to the person. Oh man, sad world we live in.
Creators on the platform than they are people signing up to consume the content and to buy the content. So that means that so many people are joining because of this dream, and a lot of them cross boundaries and commit to something based on a lie. Oh, look how empowering it is. But if it's...
And a lot of people cross boundaries and commit to something that's based on a lie. What? I get what she's trying to say. But the way that she's wording it, I don't like it. She's basically saying that the women are going past their own morals, or their perceived morals or things that they thought they didn't want to do. But who gives a fuck? That's again another bad argument, because when you grow up, when you change, when you evolve, when you become different, you're going to have different boundaries. You're going to have different expectations. You're going to have different things you will do and you won't do, depending on your age, depending on your location, depending on your experience levels, etc. So again, I don't like that argument. Bad argument.
So empowering. Why do all these girls feel so degraded? They're not saying it out loud. Maybe they're not telling you online. We are to each other.
Tell that to the Bop House. Tell that to the Bop House, baby. I just watched a video just before this video. I watched another video. They got recruits, baby. And everybody trying to get recruited. The people that's in the Bop House, they having a good old time. They ain't even got to fuck on camera. They ain't got to suck dick on camera. And they making millions of dollars, baby.
False marketing tactics are also affecting other girls in the industry. They feel like, this girl's making that much money. What? Oh, what's wrong with me? Why am I not making that much money? Oh, I need to work harder. They keep committing to it, and they feel like they have to see it through based on a lie. If you're thinking about joining, be 100% sure that this is what you want, and make sure no one else is pressuring you to do this.
Fuck that. That's bad advice. You shouldn't. It doesn't. You're not gonna be 100% on nothing. What you should do is understand the pros and cons of every situation that you are going to put yourself in, every person, every choice and decision that you are going to make. Understand all of the pros and all of the cons. Even if you got to look at videos like her to get her perspective, even though it's a little jaded. Or you gotta look at videos like mine that's gonna give you the hard truth or fucking accountability. You can make the decision for yourself by looking at the pros and looking at the cons. Cons. You're not gonna be 100%. That's just bad advice. That's just horrible advice, actually.
This is work at the end of the day, and it's a lot of work, and it's very tolling on your mental health. There's easier ways to make money. Like, I feel like OnlyFans is the female equivalent of drug dealing. Start a business. Like, if you want to be self-employed, there's...
Then you wouldn't be doing it. That's cap, because you wouldn't be doing it. So you think do you think OnlyFans should be illegal? Damn, I wish I could talk to this bitch and ask her, hey, so you think OnlyFans should be illegal? You compared it to drug dealing. You think that should be illegal then? Oh, you think should be illegal? Okay, cool. All right. I respect it. Now, I would want her to ask that question. Do you think it should be illegal? Since she compared it to drug dealing.
Millions of ways. Like, this is a free market, and it's a huge market. Try to find what you're passionate about first. Try to find yourself. And it wasn't until like a year ago I feel like I woke up and I realized, like, wait, who am I? I feel like I turned myself into just an entertainment doll, and I'm still trying to shed all of that out. I just wish I would have started a legging brand. I started a cannabis brand, so luckily that's what gave me the freedom to be able to finally be myself. If you are gonna do it, or if you're in it already, my recommendation to you is to invest. I know that this industry and people involved in it that have a silly way of making you feel like you have to do it forever, but you don't. Most of the girls I know, they blow it off, feeling like, oh,
Now, that's some great advice. Thank you. Thank you. I don't know her name, but that's some phenomenal advice. A lot of times when you move fast like that, they just continue to move fast and they think that's going to be forever. And they think, hey, I got to make this much money a month. I can spend this much money a month. I can make this much. I can spend this much. Oh, and then it just keeps revolving versus they investing, versus they put into a 401k, versus they put into a themselves, versus they put into a business or another business or join a business, etc. So, yeah, I like that. That's some great advice. Dang.
I need to take it to another extreme because I already blew through that money because they're still trying to justify what they did mentally, and that's why a lot of them also lie about their income. Screenshots can be edited. This is me trying to protect the women. Like, this should not be happening, and no one talks about this. It's crazy because this is like the biggest part of this industry. The biggest. All the shadiness through it. People should talk about this, and I don't know what to do. There's a difference between sexualization and objectifications. One is empowering, and the other one is losing control over your narrative. And this industry, for sure, blurs the lines between these two. Check up on your local OnlyFans girl. They need help. We should help them. We should help each other as a community, too, and support each other. Let me know if you guys have any more questions. I would love to answer it for you. I hope everything I said made sense.
Okay. All right. Well, there you have it. Like I said, my overall arching thing is just understand the pros and cons of your decisions that you're going to make, you did make, and you are about to make. So that's all it is. Understand the pros and cons of your decisions. You are not going to be 100% about anything, actually. So that was bad advice. But that was great advice, what she said about the investing. And also, she's lacking hella accountability. That's the main takeaway I got away from this fucking video. Herself, as well as two other women when it comes to this industry, when it comes to making these type of choices and decisions. She's taking accountability away from them and putting it towards people that are predatory, people that are taking advantage, people that are et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Nah, you gotta hold some accountability, baby girl. I'm sorry. But yeah, if you like this video, make sure you subscribe, make sure you like it, and yeah, comment what you want to see me more. Let's go to the next one there, baby.